We are excited to introduce Joergen, a distinguished expert in the data wars and a seasoned professional in the realm of the dynamic CRM's development. With extensive experience in the integration or integrating version control systems, Joergen has a deep understanding of the Git and its integration within the data wars. In this session, Joergen will explain the benefits and the processes of the integrating Git with the Dataverse. He will also share the valuable insight, best practices, and the practical tips to help you to leverage Git for the efficient version control and the collaboration within the Dataverse project. So please join me welcoming Joergen as he share his expertise on the Git integration in the Dataverse. Over to you, Joergen.
Yes, thanks, Ambesh, and welcome to this session of Power Collab. So about 2 weeks ago, Microsoft announced the general availability of the Git integration for Dataverse. So Git integration is mostly used by developers, normally done directly, for example, with DevOps integration in some Dynamics projects. And already, I think 2 years ago, Microsoft announced for the Power Platform pipelines, so to deploy solutions from one environment to another environment, but the whole code versioning was missing as part of the Power Platform solution for the pipelines. So if you wanted this versioning, you still needed to have DevOps and your own pipelines and repositories set up and handle it manually to export your solutions from Dataverse, bring them to DevOps, extract them so that you have this code comparison. And with this feature, you still need DevOps, but the process to come to your version control is really a lot easier than setting it up manually. And it's helpful for all kinds of projects, starting with small Power Platform projects where you do your, for example, Canvas app development or Cloudflow development, where you can then also have the version control. And the benefit from version control is you have each step that you do in your solutions. You do some changes, you make changes to your Cloudflow, to your Canvas app, and then you can go to DevOps and you see the changes that you do between two commits to DevOps. So there are some prerequisites that needs to be fulfilled so that you can use the Git integration. So the most important one is that it only is working with managed environments. So that might be a limitation for some project, as you know, not have managed environments, but consider it. Then you need as a DevOps subscription. You also need the correct permissions in DevOps and as well on the Power Platform. So you need to be a system administrator, a security role, and you need the permissions, for example, to contribute to the repository in the DevOps. But if the prerequisite, quite easy to set up. So where can you find the Git integration in your system? So you have to go to the Maker portal and to the solutions part. Then in the solutions, you will find on the top the connect to Git as a button. And if you click on the button, you will see a brief dialog where you will ask how to set up your integration. And there are two different connection types. One is environment, the other one is solution. In the documentations, you will find some more detailed explanation about it and what are the scenarios, when to use what. But environment will allow you to that all your unmanaged solutions in your environment will automatically be committed to the same repository, and it's the more easy approach. While when you select solution, you can define for each solution, for example, different repositories, different folders. So it's more complex in setting up. The other one is more easier to set up. let's start with environment. And I recommend to have your DevOps prepared. So you need a DevOps project, you need your repository and branch, one branch defined. Normally you have then all the informations here that you need for the setup. So, or you can select it. So organization, you can select the project, you can as well select. The repository is also predefined based on the user you're logged in, and the branches are also available. And or you can also create a new branch directly here from the dialog. And you will specify a folder for your commit. And then you can connect your environment to DevOps. And if you don't have a managed environment before, this will convert your environment to a managed environment during this process. So now it's showing me environment successfully connected to Git. So I can then go to my solution, and at the bottom, I will have now my source control. And so directly as I have selected environment, the unmanaged solutions will be enabled for the source control. Then I can do check for updates, and then I will see, okay, that there are some features inside this solution that I can commit directly to my repository, and do some description and click on commit. So that's the one benefit. So I have a solution, and I can push all my changes to my branch. And if I do a refresh and have a look at my main, so I see now I have Power Collab folder, I see my Canvas app, and I have here my YAML files that are specifying my application. So if you know, for example, in the Canvas app, there was previously this Git integration preview, which was only working for Canvas app. I think this will be replaced now by this functionality. And so you have it also available. But that's only one part. The other part is, if I want to work, for example, with different developers together, I want to transport my changes and see in different environments what someone else has changed. So then it's important that when you define your Git integration, you will use the exact same information between the two environments and have the same solution in both environments. So it's a wrong environment. So I have here my base solution as well. So what I did before is I exported the base solution from my customization master system as an unmanaged solution and imported it here as unmanaged solution as well. And now I can here click as well. It's the same information used, and I will also specify the same folder. So the solution is currently empty because I did the changes after I exported the unmanaged solution. So I don't have an application here. I will go to my source control and I will click check for updates. And I see there are some conflicts. I can now select the conflicts, say accept the incoming changes. And also for the publisher. So can check, and these have been imported. And if I now look into my solution, is it pull? Sorry. It will update my solution. with the information from DevOps. The pull is successful, and now why it's not? Now my application that was previously not there is here. I can open it. Sorry, I can edit it in this environment. I can make some change, for example, add here button, save it, public version. And now I can go back to my source control. Say I want to do a commit. And enter button. So we'll now see also in the source control that I have an edit button, and my previous commit, the initial commit, is also here. And if I go back to the customization master and go to the solution, I can go here to the solution, check for updates, click a pull. I see that there was an update to my Canvas app. Pull has been successfully applied. And when I now click in this environment on edit, the button that I added in the other environment is available in my base environment. So I have now a very smooth working solution to work with different developers, for example, on different tables. And when I finish something, I can do a commit, and then the changes developer 1 did are directly available, for example, for developer 2. Or in your base master system, where all the changes then will be coming together. I think that's a very smooth solution that is also usable for small projects. And even if you're, for example, even if you're working alone, it's helpful for you to have this overview. What did you change? What were the steps that you made? So if you have some error or some changes, you can have a look in your history and in the repository, and work then with version control and all the changes that you did. One topic that has been added after the preview, during the preview, it was not possible to remove the existing Git connection. So once you have connected an environment with Git, you couldn't turn off the connection. And that's one of the main changes that had been added now. So you can disconnect your environment from Git, or when you want to change your environment, or if you need to disconnect the connection to your DevOps. So I hope this was helpful and providing you a little insight in this new feature. And yeah, please leave your feedback on this video, and looking forward.